The sun hung low over the African savannah, bathing the golden plains in a warm, amber glow. The dry grass rippled in the evening breeze, and the silhouettes of scattered acacia trees stretched long against the horizon. In a secluded den nestled deep within the rugged terrain of the Masai Mara, a spotted hyena named Kesi lay on her side, her body tense with effort. The time had arrived. For hours she had felt the pressure building within her, the steady tightening in her belly growing more insistent. She had known this moment would not be easy. Bringing new life into the world never was for her kind. But she was resilient, stronger than most. She had fought tooth and claw to rise through the ranks of her clan, earning her place among the dominant females. And now, as the contractions gripped her with merciless force, she clenched her powerful jaws and bore down. The first cub emerged just as the sun began to dip below the horizon, its small, dark form glistening with birth fluids. The second followed soon after, its tiny whimpers sharp against the hush of twilight. Both arrived with their eyes wide open, their tiny teeth already visible. Unlike most predators, hyenas entered the world with a readiness to compete, their instincts urging them to assert themselves from the very first breath. Kesi rasped her tongue over their slick fur, her rough licks both a cleansing and a comfort. They were sturdy, full of life. She nudged them closer, guiding them to nurse, and they latched on hungrily, their small bodies pressing into the warmth of her belly. Outside the den, the nighttime chorus began. Distant lion roars rumbled through the darkness, and the eerie whooping calls of her clan echoed across the plains. The savannah never truly slept. As days turned to weeks, the cubs grew stronger. The larger one, whom Kesi silently named Tao, displayed a bold and brash nature, shoving his sibling aside whenever possible, eager to establish himself. The other cub, Nia, was quieter but observant, her sharp gaze always studying, always learning. When they were old enough, Kesi led them beyond the safety of the den. The world outside was vast, unpredictable, teeming with both wonder and peril. The rest of the clan greeted the newcomers with curious sniffs and low grunts. But Kesi remained vigilant, issuing silent warnings to any who came too close. These were her offspring, her legacy, and she would defend them at all costs. One evening, as the sky burned in shades of crimson and gold, she guided them to a nearby watering hole. The stagnant water reflected the fading light, and the air was thick with the scent of mud and unseen dangers. She paused, ears flicking, scanning for movement. Tao, as always, bounded ahead without hesitation, his enthusiasm unchecked. But Naya hesitated, her instincts whispering caution. A ripple disturbed the water's surface. A shadow lurked beneath the reeds. Then, in a sudden explosion of movement, a massive crocodile surged forward, its powerful jaws snapping shut inches from Tao's tail. Chaos erupted. Kesi lunged, her powerful jaws clamping onto the reptile's bony snout. The beast thrashed violently, its tail lashing through the air, kicking up dust and debris. Tao scrambled backward, his small form trembling. Kesi held fast, muscles locked in a desperate struggle, until at last the crocodile relented, slinking back into the murky depths with a furious hiss. Tao was shaken but unharmed. Kesi nudged him roughly, her meaning clear. Recklessness carried consequences. A lesson had been learned, and in the wild, lessons often determined the line between life and death. As the cubs continued to grow, their education and survival never ceased. One night, as they trailed the clan on a scavenging expedition, they stumbled upon a leopard crouched over a fresh impala carcass. The sleek predator lifted its head, golden eyes locking onto the young hyenas. Tao, still headstrong, growled, a futile display of defiance. He had no comprehension of the power he was challenging. The leopard rose, muscles rippling beneath its spotted coat. It did not view the cubs as threats, but neither did it welcome intrusions. Before danger could unfold, Kesi intervened. In one swift motion she seized Tao by the scruff, dragging him away. Naya followed without hesitation, her sharp mind understanding what her brother had yet to grasp. Some battles were not worth fighting. Encounters with other creatures further shaped their understanding of the world. They learned to yield to the towering elephants, whose sheer size rendered them untouchable. They gave a wide berth to the formidable buffalo, whose lethal horns could end even an adult hyena in an instant. They even had a tense encounter with a pack of wild dogs, whose cooperative hunting tactics were as efficient as they were deadly. Through it all, Casey remained their guide, their protector, their unyielding force. She taught them to track prey, to steal from lions without inviting death, to follow the spiraling dance of vultures in the sky to locate fresh kills before others did. Tao, once reckless, began to understand caution. Naya, once quiet, developed into a strategist, her mind sharp as her teeth. By the time they neared a year of age, they were no longer helpless cubs but seasoned survivors, bearing the scars and wisdom of their journey. They had faced the many beasts of the savannah, some as adversaries, others as teachers. And through every challenge, every test, Casey had been there, ensuring that her children would not just endure, but thrive.